Ever since I was young, I knew that this is what I wanted to do. To entertain these fans. To stand in front of them as their champion. It was going to be a long journey. There was no doubt about that. But it was time. Time to stop wondering if I had what it took to make it. Time to stop daydreaming about one day being WWE champion. It was time to prove that I could make dreams into reality.
Welcome to the Performance Center. I know you had a lot of offers on the table, and I'm glad you chose to go with the WWE. We know how talented you are, and we want to put you on the fast track to the NXT title. Now go get warmed up. I have a matchup for you once you're ready to go.
Hey yo guys, what's going on? It's Sherrick here, and I'm super hyped to bring you the WWE 2k16 My Career. I'm going through with my character TJ Jones, going to the top of the NXT and beyond. You see me setting up in the background. Let's get right into it with our training match against Enzo Amore.
All right, so today you'll be training with Enzo Amore. He's going to help you learn a few things. Get in there and we'll get started.
And so here we go. This is our first, not official, but our first NXT match. It's basically a tutorial that kind of teaches you how to do everything. Starts with the chain wrestling. If you're familiar with 2k15, then you'll be right at home with this. It's been tweaked a little bit for this career mode and basically this whole iteration of the game, in that you can back your opponent into the ropes, they can back you into the ropes, and you can do a clean break or you can choose to hit them or what have you. But it basically just teaches you how to do the chain wrestling here.
Let's start by getting into a grapple position. Then we'll go from there.
And it teaches you how to do the grappling, etc., etc. It also teaches you right here how to do working holds, and that's how you can drain your opponent's stamina and get back some of your own, excuse me. So that way if you're running low on stamina, you can pull into one of these working, it's essentially a rest hold, and it helps you work on your opponent and get some of your stamina back. So there he is breaking out of it.
Let's move to something else. Get into position.
And then I think this goes into submission holds, yeah. Yep, this is the submission hold screen. And it's new this year, and I won't lie, just playing around with it, it's difficult to try and figure out maybe when my wrestler is higher in that it'll be easier to do. But even you can tell here I was having a little bit of trouble with it.
All right, that looked good. Let's keep it moving.
And then here's the pinfall screen. I don't know why that 3 came up. That was weird. But yeah, you just have to wait for it to fill that, get into that that wheel right there, and then you can hit X to kick out.
That's what I wanted to see. I think that's good for now. Go take a break.
So we're gonna shake hands with Enzo here. Productive first training session, and we're gonna move right in directly after this to a match with Tyler Breeze. I cut out a bit of the loading screens, etc., etc., and so we're gonna get right into it. Had a little trouble with this, and you'll see why in a sec.
All right, I want to see what you could do in a real match. I'm pairing you up with Tyler Breeze. He's a former #1 contender for the NXT title. If you get past him, we'll be sure to debut you at NXT in the near future.
And so here we go. This is our first match in the Performance Center. It's against Tyler Breeze. This is going to be a full-fledged match, as in there's going to be referee counting pinfalls, submissions, etc., etc. It's still the tutorial. The tutorial actually goes quite a ways into your first rivalry, but we'll get to that later. So here's your chain wrestling bit. That's back from 2k15. If you played that game before, then you'll be right at home with the system. It's a bit more expanded though this time around. There you can back your opponent into the corner or into the ropes to try and facilitate a break, and the referee will actually get in there for the break and You can choose to hit your opponent after the referee separates you, or you can let it be a clean break or what have you. There's also rest holds and working holds. I think we talked about those back in the match with the match with Enzo. But you'll notice that this match against Tyler Breeze is kind of segmented. It's mostly just highlights here, and that's because I created, the first thing I did when I popped open the game was I essentially just created the character itself, moveset, entrance, and everything. And when I imported him into my career, I didn't know that they changed the moveset back to like a generic one, complete with a full Nelson as a finisher, and this move here also, which I was like, I saw that and I was like, I didn't put that move on my character, but whatever, I guess. And this stalling suplex also was kind of a surprise. So I kind of segmented it because the match was super long. Like, it was probably like 14 minutes or so. And my strength and stuff isn't up, so my signature moves and such don't do as much damage as they would had I been like a normal, I don't know, like an 80 rating or an 85 or what have you. So I was struggling a bit. So here's just some highlights from the match. I hit that signature move. I tossed Tyler Breeze essentially into the ropes, and then he hits the mat. That's probably pretty painful. I'm taunting him here, and this moment was really interesting for me because I was like charged finisher, and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna use the Omega Driver on him here, and I go for it and turn him around, and then all of a sudden it's a full Nelson, and I went, wait, what? I'm not a submission specialist at all. I'm gonna be terrible at this. And so I kind of just panicked and did the best that I could, but you can see that that was not enough to put Tyler Breeze away, not enough to put Prince Pretty away. And the reversals tutorial showed up randomly like in the middle of the match. So thought I'd leave that in the video here. But it did show that that you get a major reversal opportunity, which hurts your opponent more, but it also takes 2 slots away. And I think after this match, I actually used some of my SP to bump up my reversals so that I could have an extra slot, because I was like, just having 2 reversal slots is probably going to be very dangerous for me to start out in NXT. So at this point, I was just very confused as to what was going on in terms of my my moveset, so I kind of just tried to go for a victory any way that I could. And so I just end up, I mean, it's not the prettiest match that I'll have, I guarantee you, but I think we end up with a 4-star match here, and I really push what I can do with Tyler Breeze here. It was a fun match. I go for another signature move here, which that signature move is actually pretty dope looking. I might actually go back and put that in my moveset maybe later on in the career. But I see I get a 2 count there, and I'm just like, what? No, come on! I gotta figure out some way to put this guy away. And so then I think the ending's coming up pretty soon. There's there's a slam. Because I was like, I don't know what's going on, and I ran out of stamina. So then I try and taunt to bring it back up, and I go for a charged finisher, and I was like, well, maybe there's a secondary finisher. But then nope, it's the full Nelson again, because secondary finishers aren't unlocked when you first start my career. You actually have to use VC to unlock a secondary finisher, and I almost got him there. I almost got the tap out there, but I ended up not doing it. And so after this, I just lift him up. This is another move that I wasn't aware of, and then I hit him with that move, and that seems like it would be enough to put Prince Pretty away, get the 3 count there. So I was pretty relieved that I got the victory, and then we move on to a match here against the Vaudevillains.
We've decided that your first official NXT match is going to be Finn Balor and Hideo Itami versus Baron Corbin and you. To get you prepared for that match, we're putting you up against the Vaudevillains. Show me you deserve to be in that match.
Alright, I think I'm going to leave the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next episode, we'll have the contest at the Performance Center between Baron Corbin and TJ Jones and the Vaudevillains, the former NXT Tag Team Champions. If you liked the video, please give it that big old thumbs up. Comment, subscribe if you are so inclined for more delicious, nutritious content. And until next time, I will see you guys right here on this channel. Peace!